Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Vayelech. The Jewish people stood on the mountains overlooking the east bank of the Jordan River and listened to their leader Moshe's last words before he would leave them forever. The people would be without their leader and would start their journey over the river into the land of Israel to conquer it. For the first time, they would be on their own without Moshe. One can only hope to empathize with the fear and anxiety that they must have felt to be left without Moshe and to go into battle. Moshe encourages them and tells them that they have no reason to fear. God opens his narrative of this week's Torah portion saying, Moshe went and spoke these things to all of the Jewish people. He said to them, I am now 120 years old. I can no longer be active. Moreover, God has said to me, you shall not go across the Jordan River. God will deliver the people of the land to you, and you shall deal with them in full accordance with the instruction that I have given you. Be strong and resolute, chazak v'amatz. Do not be in fear or dread of them, for your God himself marches with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. These were powerful words spoken by Moshe, and words that must have reassured the people. They knew that it wasn't Moshe that had brought them this far. They knew that Moshe was a messenger of God, and it was God that had taken them out of Egypt, and had split the sea, had brought them to Har Sinai, gave them the Torah, and took them through various enemies, defeating them all. Their fear was that without Moshe, they would no longer merit God's protection. Moshe tells them not to fear, that even without him, the people would still merit God's providence. In his commentary to the phrase, be strong and resolute, chazak v'amatz, the Ibn Ezra explained that Moshe told the people to be strong and resolute after they were told that they knew that God would be with them forever and wherever they go to fight. The Ibn Ezra's explanation opens an interesting question about Moshe's reassurance. The main point Moshe wanted the people to understand was mentioned last in the message. God will not fail nor forsake you. The Ibn Ezra posited that the people should be confident in God not forsaking them because God will march with you. Working through the message backwards, the Ibn Ezra would then understand that Moshe tells the people to be strong and resolute, chazak v'amatz, because God will march with the people. According to the Ibn Ezra, Moshe's message is one of encouragement. But there's another way to understand Moshe's message. In his commentary to the words, he will not fail you or forsake you, the Seforno explained that when Moshe told the people that God will not fail you, the message was that God will strengthen your hand during the war, and when God said that he will not forsake you, he meant that God's providence will not leave you. God's eyes will always be on you. Divine providence is dependent on merit. The Sforno could be understood to mean that if the Jewish people merit it, God will not forsake them or fail them. How would the Jewish people merit God's providence? Moshe's first words are instructive. Be strong and resolute, chazak v'amatz. If the Jewish people are strong in their faith in God, they will merit divine providence in their coming battles. The two understandings of Moshe's message, encouraging and ensuring them that God will always march with them in war, or instructive, that they should have faith, and then they'll merit divine providence, is a lesson that extends past the Jews of our Sedra to our days. All too often, we are limiting in our possibilities of success in Israel as a people. Be strong and resolute, chazak v'amatz, is the message for our generation. Follow God's word and we will succeed, for then we will merit for God to march with us. What a powerful message, inspirational, instructive, and so great from this week's Torah portion. Shabbat Shalom.